If you are somebody who has way more month at the end of the money, this video could be for you. I'm going to give you tips right now in this video to help save at least $5,000 at the end of your overseas tour. If you're getting stationed overseas, you definitely don't want to miss this.
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Army Princess. I am a U.S. Army soldier. I've been in the military for 12 years now. I don't know why I did this because that's 10, but I've been in the military for 12 years now, and I love to share my experiences with you. With that being said, y'all know it's the new year. It's income tax season time, and one of my goals this year was to save. My motto here on this channel is to help you become the best soldier you can be. And with that being said, I want y'all to save in 2020. So I've been scrolling through my timeline and I follow a lot of military people. I follow a lot of military YouTubers, and I see a lot of people getting stationed overseas. I myself once lived overseas. I was stationed in Germany as well as Japan. So I know what it's like to be stationed overseas. I know what it's like to be a single soldier in the barracks. I know what it's like to be a new soldier straight out of basic training in AIT with a whole lot of money and nobody to tell you what to do with your money. So I'm here, like I said, to help you become the best soldier you can be and help you save. So this video is part of a series. You are now in my soldier saving series. I want y'all to go through, the link is below, and check out the whole series, because this will help you if you're a new soldier. This will help you if you're a soldier you've been in 10 years. This will help you if you're a soldier going overseas. This will help you if you're a soldier in the barracks or if you're a soldier in housing with family. This series is designed to help all of my soldiers save more in 2020. This particular video, we're going to talk about being stationed overseas and how to stack your coins while you're overseas, because you can make a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, you can make a lot of money overseas, especially if you're a single soldier in the barracks. Don't spend your money on crazy non-needed items. It seems like a lot of people are getting stationed overseas lately, and the things that I'm seeing on my Instagram timeline and on my YouTube timeline in the background, I'm like, no, because that was me as a young soldier stationed overseas, and I had nobody to tell me, you know, to just sit me down and talk to me and mentor me on how to save my money. Like, the very first thing is you need to create a budget. You need to sit down and create a budget. How much money you have coming in each month, what are the different allotments and different things that you have to pay each month. Like, if you're in the barracks, you don't have to pay anything. If you're in the barracks, pretty much all you have to pay is your own cable or internet and your cell phone bill. That's it. So there's no gas, there's no rent, there's no electric, there's no water. You need to be stacking your coins. See what your expenses are monthly, what things you have to pay, and then with the rest of the budget, how much you can put in savings, because that should be the second thing coming off the top, is savings. Put money away in savings each month. After you see what you have to pay, after you put money off the top into savings, whatever's left is your spending. You don't have to spend it all, and a lot of people feel like they have to spend it all the way to zero. Money can't roll over the next month. You don't have to spend all your money every month. Try to keep some so it can roll over for the next month. One of the biggest things that you need to do this year, especially if you're interested in saving your money, is get in the mindset. We are oftentimes in the mindset that we need to keep up with the Joneses, and we need to buy what the next person is buying and have the next best thing, the latest and greatest. You do not need to do that. If you are in the barracks, especially if you're single, and I say this because there's what's called geographical bachelors. So you can have somebody that's in the barracks that is technically married or have kids and dependents back home. So their paycheck is going to look a lot different from a single soldier who doesn't have any kids, who's not married, who doesn't have any dependents, and they're in the barracks. If you are a single soldier in the barracks, you need to listen to this.
Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
You can save thousands by living in the barracks, and nobody told me this. I wish somebody would have told me this when my first duty station was in Japan and I was single and I was in the barracks. I spent my money on so much stuff that I don't even have to show for it today, and that could have been money in my bank account today. So get in the mindset that you don't need all of the things that you might think you need. The number one purchase of a new soldier straight out of basic training or AIT is a brand new car. You do not need a brand new car. Let me say it again for the people in the back.
You do not need a brand new car.
Take a look at what's right outside the gate. Right outside the gate, there's 3 things that are going to be right outside of every single military base. I will say 4, but I know for a fact it's 3. Number 1, a car dealership. Everybody leaving out of basic training and AIT wants to get them a car. A brand new car with like 26% interest at that. Second thing is a liquor store. On the weekends, what do soldiers like to do to relax and unwind is drink. The third thing is a tattoo parlor. Everybody wants to get a tattoo or a piercing, which you're not supposed to get any piercings, but everybody wants to get a tattoo or a piercing. Those are the 3 things that are right outside of every post. Every post gate is going to have those 3 places. The new car is what gets like over half of the soldiers. You do not need a brand new car. These car dealerships that are right outside the gate know that you're a brand new soldier. They're going to ask you to bring your LES in. That's your pay statement. Bring your LES in. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what you can afford. They're going to try to give you the most expensive car note with the most expensive interest rate, and you ain't going to have no money for the rest of the month because you're going to be paying it to car note and insurance with this high ass interest rate. Don't do it. So this is the car that I had when I was stationed in Japan as a young private. It was like a 1990 Skyline. It was passed down to me. Usually when you're overseas, you're only over there for 2 to 3 years. So people don't spend a lot of money on a new car when they go overseas. You can stack that money while you're there for the 2 to 3 years. And then when you get back, you can buy you a nice used car. So usually people pass them down for like $500. Literally, they're beater cars. You use it for 2 years and pass it to the next person. If you're getting stationed overseas, you're going to get extra pay in your paycheck each month. This pay is called COLA, C-O-L-A. It stands for Cost of Living Allowance. It helps balance out the dollar rate. So I know when I was in Japan, the dollar rate and the yen rate was not comparable. Japanese money is called yen. If you're in Germany or in Europe, you have the dollar and then you have the euro. It's not always $1 to 1 euro. Money exchange, every day, like the stock exchange, it goes up and down every day. With the money exchange interest, it goes up and down every day. So they're going to give you money extra month in your account to help counteract the difference in the dollar rate. COLA is something that you only get when you're overseas. So you will not get COLA when you're stateside. You get this COLA in your paycheck. It can vary anywhere between $30 extra each month. I've seen upwards to, I got one time in Japan, I got like $500 and something COLA in my paycheck because I think I went from Japan and I went on military travel for school to Hawaii. So the difference in the rate was like crazy at that time, and so I got an extra $500 and something in my paycheck. That is an extra $500 and something that I wouldn't have gotten if I was stationed overseas. So the biggest way that you can save money each month is putting your COLA straight away. Every month when you take a look at your LES and you see how much COLA you get in your paycheck, directly put it into your savings account. It's money that you wouldn't have gotten anyway, so you shouldn't miss it. A lot of people make a habit of relying on their COLA. So if you're stationed overseas for 2 to 3 years and you're used to getting an extra $150 in your paycheck each month, and then all of a sudden it's time for you to PCS 3 years later and your expenses have included this extra $150, and now you go back to Louisiana and you don't get that extra $150, your finances may hit somewhat of a shock because they're used to that buffer $150. So the biggest thing you can do is put that money away each month as if you never noticed it. Put it away, and I promise you at the end of 2 or 3 years, you're going to be amazed at how much money you can save. Just think, if you put $100 away each month for 12 months, that's $1,200 at the end of the year. That's $1,200 that you wouldn't have got if you were stationed stateside. Another way that you could save money by being stationed overseas is don't go home. Oftentimes, I see a lot of people, this was myself included, when I first got to my first duty station and it was overseas, and I miss home so bad, and I miss my mama so bad, and I miss my friends that was doing the same thing they was doing when I left so bad. I bought a $1,200 plane ticket from Japan to Detroit to go home. That $1,200 I could have kept it in either my bank account, or I could have traveled somewhere in Asia. Because when you're overseas and you travel overseas, it's not as expensive because you don't have to do the big expensive plane ticket. I say all that to say that I see a lot of people go back home from being stationed overseas. Take advantage of being stationed overseas and go travel overseas. The plane tickets are not as expensive. If you go back home from Europe or Asia, you're gonna pay upwards of $1,000 per ticket to go back home and see the same people that you just left. They doing the same things they was doing when you left. No, take that money and go travel. There have been times when Babe Gabe and I have gotten plane tickets for as low as like $25. Like, we were stationed in Germany, and we went to London for New Year. The ticket was literally $25. We were in Germany. We went to Ibiza, Spain for the summer, like a summer trip for like a week. The ticket was like $69 in US money when you did the translation. Do I want to go to Spain for $69 for the weekend, or do I want to pay $1,200 to go to Detroit? Use that money and go see Europe, or go see Asia, or go see Africa, wherever you station at. My next tip has to do with buying things you really don't need. You don't have to buy furniture living in the barracks. I see this all the time. So this is a side note. When you live in the barracks, or if you live in military housing, they will give you all of the furniture you need. Barracks room usually come with a bed, a desk, a nightstand, a chest drawer, or a wall locker. The room is not that big. I seen barracks room decked out. Like I say, they went to IKEA and bought this big old bed, or Art Van Furniture, or wherever they are. They get this 56-inch big screen. They got a couch. They got like what's those things? Turkish rugs. They got big old wall lamps from IKEA. Like, you go in a room and a room look like a room from home, which is nice. I'm not saying you can't make your room nice and cozy and homey, but the money you spend on it is unnecessary, because the Army gives you everything you need. Now, I'm not saying it's the best looking furniture. It's basic. It's basic AF. But that money you spend on that big screen, that money you spend on that couch and that bed and that Turkish rug and those lamps could have been money in your bank account. Now, they do not give you a TV. So, if you want to get a TV, by all means get a TV. You don't need anything more than a 32-inch. I'm just telling y'all that now. Literally, when I was in Japan, I went into a barracks room and it was like a 72-inch. Like, it took up the whole wall. Why? Like, them big screen plasma TVs that we used to have in the barracks was like $1,200. That, you don't need all that. Get you a 32-inch and you good. Alright guys, so I rambled on for far too long. I'm really, as y'all can see, I'm really passionate about people saving their money and helping soldiers become the best soldiers they can be. Because when I was a young private and I was in Japan, I spent my paycheck every single month. Like, I had zero going forward to the next month. So I don't want that to be you. I want you to come away from your overseas tour with at least minimum $5,000 extra in your bank account that you probably wouldn't have saved if you didn't know about these tips. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you put these tips to good use. Let me know down in the comment section below what tips you can use if you're getting stationed overseas, or what things you can implement right now to help you save money for the future in 2020. Bye.